Hello, my friends. I'm Allison. It's so nice to meet you. I am starting this to hold myself accountable. Now, I'm going to try to make this not sound super scripty, but I do have some notes that I just kind of want to go over. So, this is a video to start and get to know me. So, something about myself. My name's Allison, like I mentioned. I'm from the suburbs of Boston. I clearly own a crystal shop. So I'm also a geologist, so I have a degree in geology. That's kind of how I got here, but I'm all for the spiritual, woo-woo, fun, beautiful things along those lines. Cleansing, grounding, setting intentions, all those fun things. But that's not why we're here today. So my intentions with this channel for right now, it will move into more like lifestyle, everything about me, but I'm on a fitness journey. It's a little recap. So I have PCOS. I also have an autoimmune disease called hidradenitis suppurativa, and it causes a lot of hormone wreckage. I have not been taking very good care of myself. I didn't grow up with very good eating habits, things like that, and so I've gone through my journey. I'm allergic to dairy. That is a huge part of what I'm about, what I do. And so kind of how I've started the last few years is I got in a healthy relationship, first off. Love him. But with that sometimes comes a lot of eating out, a lot of Taco Bell at 3 a.m., a lot of fucking up my hormones by doing that and not getting any sleep. And so I gained about 30 pounds and I was very uncomfortable. I did not like it. I've never been that heavy. And I hired a coach. So my coach was fabulous. I loved her. I unfortunately had some financial changes. I moved out of my parents' house. I now had to buy a car. So I can no longer pay for that, but I did learn a lot. And so this place is essentially like I'm checking in with a coach. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it, to keep myself accountable, to share my journey in case somebody else who has PCOS or an autoimmune issue isn't so hard on themselves, because I feel like that is one thing that the coaching lacked, was kind of the understanding that people with things that are autoimmune, you can't push your body too hard. Yeah, it would be great to every week be perfect and go to the gym every day, but if I know I'm gonna push myself into a flare, I can't do that. And so with that comes accountability and also some grace with yourself. And so that's something I'm trying to foster and be authentic in myself and knowing my limits. And so that's something that I'm definitely gonna talk about and be here for. So if you're somebody who's dealt with something similar, I'm here, we're both learning together. It's all a process. That's been my saying lately. I don't know what's up with that. But so I'm going back to my little notes, but I also am working, so I have to make sure people aren't coming in. So like I said, I'm Allison. I'm from outside of Boston. I own a crystal store. It's called White Mountain Crystals. And if you're interested in crystals, I hit a girl up. But I kind of wanted to sit down, and so you kind of have an idea of what I've been through. The past 4 months, I've been really trying to get back on it. So essentially I lost about 18 pounds with the Fit Breakthrough, and it was great, but like I said, I couldn't afford to keep going. Also, I was tired. I was tired of somebody not really understanding that I can't push myself. There's certain exercises I can't do because I have very slight hypermobility, but I have a rib that pops out of place. I can't lay on machines and do certain exercises. So I kept finding myself substituting things and making excuses too, don't get me wrong. But I was tired. I was tired. I was in a calorie deficit. I'm stubborn. Put that out straight front. I maybe pushed it in a direction that I should have just listened to her and done it the way she wanted to do it. So that's also on me. The exhaustion that I felt was also on me. Also, I'm sure a lot of people know that October tends to be a time that autoimmune things flare for people, and that's where I lost all interest in going to the gym. I really just wanted to stop fucking tracking my food. I was so done with it after doing it for like over a year plus, because I had been doing it before I started with her. I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. But I'm back to it because I like to know what I'm eating. Like, I want to make sure I'm eating enough protein. And honestly, I swear right now, it's like I look at a carb and I gain 5 pounds. Like, I don't understand really what's happening. I know it's the PCOS. I know my cycles have been all over the fucking place. So it's like, I'm well aware, but I'm also like in denial. Like, I don't know what's happening. What do you mean? I didn't just eat 5 donuts. I didn't actually eat 5 donuts. It was probably more like 2, but I did find vegan donuts in Rhode Island and they're amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I was just so tired, and the last 4 months I've been trying, but I haven't been holding myself accountable. It's like, oh, well, you know what? I don't know what was in that. I'm just gonna eat whatever I want today. Like, whatever, I'm just not gonna track it. It's fine. Or like, I'm not drinking water. I'm like telling myself diet soda is the same thing as water. It's fucking not. It's not. Like, it is, but it like has water in it, obviously, but like the aspartame's messing up my stomach, and if I could just drink diet soda all day, I would. I have been, but I need to drink actual water because it helps with autoimmune, and not having it full of chemicals and stuff like is definitely gonna help. So that's one of my goals. But yeah, so like I've just been frustrated. I haven't been holding myself accountable. I haven't been authentic to myself and knowing, like, I know that I need to eat protein. Like, trust me, I know I need to eat protein. I'm aware. I hate doing it. I hate it. I hate protein. I always have. I'm not into meat. Like, the running joke with my friends is there's too much food on my food. So like, if there's too much like meat on a sandwich, I'm like, why did they put this much on here? Like, the proportions are wrong. Like, too much food in my food is 100% who I am. So having to eat like 6 ounces of chicken on a sandwich like drives me insane. But like, I know that's the only way to like balance my hormones and have it so I'm progressing. So that's something I'm coming to terms with, is the protein of it all. Because I know eating enough protein, that's when I felt the best. Granted, like when I was eating no carbs, I also did not feel great and working myself like too much. Okay, so I've blabbered enough about that. So my current situation right now, I'm going to the gym probably 3 to 4 times a week. My goal is 5. And I'm averaging probably around like 6,000 steps daily for the week, which is like, some days it's like 12, some days it's like 4. So I'm trying to keep that more like even. My goal was 8. I think it's a little lofty for the weather situation right now, because it is spring. So it's one of those things where, like I said, I have to keep an eye on the door. I want to go outside every day after work, but like, it's either raining or it's cold, and like, I'm not going for a walk when it's 40 degrees out. Like, it's just not happening. I'm like, sorry. Like, I'll walk on the treadmill and all, but what's the influencer? Her name's, I think, Sav, right? I think that's her name. She made a post on, I think it was TikTok, where she talked about how she has to go to the gym 5 days a week, because if she gives herself that like little bit of leeway, she'll just keep pushing it off. And that's exactly what I was doing. I would be like, oh, I'm only gonna go to the gym 2-3 days a week, like, it's fine, I'll just go for an hour. And then I would just be like, oh, I'll just go tomorrow, it's fine. Oh, I have a headache today, like, I'll just go tomorrow, it's okay. Oh, I haven't eaten anything yet, I'll just go tomorrow. And then the week goes and I haven't gone. So, you know, I've been doing this for about, say, a little under a month, where I've been trying to go 5 days a week. And plus it helps I have a new gym that has way better hours, but it is very busy. So like, that I don't like, but it's been much easier to go. So I've been going like 4 days a week, but instead of going for like, I don't know, 2-3 days and doing like 45 minutes to an hour, I'm just doing a half hour of strength training. I'm doing 4 exercises, and I'm really like putting my effort into those versus doing more and just exhausting my body, which I feel like has really helped. And that's what I'm going to continue doing going forward. I'm really trying to go for 5, but I am going to have some grace with myself. Like, I know it's not just going to be all or nothing right away. I really want to get into the routine of going every day, well, except for on the weekends, or maybe I'll go on the weekends and I'll have a day off in the middle of the week. Like, I don't know exactly how that's gonna go, but with that being said, like, my goal when I'm there is to do 4 exercises. I'm gonna focus on different body groups. So like tonight I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do glutes, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do arms and chest. And for me, I really need to like I said, I know if I do shoulders and back, then like I'm gonna have a headache the next day. Like I'm not gonna want to go because my traps are so tight. So it's like I save that for last, which that's been the one I'm skipping. So like that's fun. But so my plan right now is glutes on Wednesday. Thursday would be like biceps and chest, which that just works better for me than like biceps or shoulders. I don't know, it mathed in my brain. So that's my plan with that. And then I'm going to do Friday's core, which I feel like I can do at home. I just need to like set myself up to do it correctly. I do like using machines because I feel like you get more out of it doing core that way, but like I really want to focus on deep core and like activating those muscles because I have an anterior pelvic tilt, and I'm trying to fix that because I feel more confident when I'm standing the right way. But like I said, a little hypermobile, not like, I don't know, like EDS or anything, but like I definitely find I sit in those like weird, like I've been standing on one foot, like angled this whole time. So core on Fridays, and then Saturdays I do legs, which is like leg press, RDLs, things like that, not just glutes. And then Sundays, which hasn't been happening, would be shoulders and back. So that's my plan. And then my goal is like 7,000 steps a day. I downed it from 8 just to like give myself a little bit more leeway right now. Hopefully I would love to get to 10 in the summertime because I love to go for hikes after work. But right now we are getting some sunlight, but unfortunately the park I usually go to, due to budget cuts, is not open till 6 anymore. Hopefully they'll be open till 8 because I get out of work at 6. So hopefully when they get their seasonal workers, it'll be 8. I kind of like feel like it's not gonna be, and I don't want to ask because I'm scared. But yeah, so that's my plan going forward. Some things I really want to focus on is drinking water, getting enough sleep, which I do not do. As we know today, I did not. It was a full moon. You know, our spiritual girlies understand that. I mean, pretty much anybody understands. It's so hard to sleep with that there's full moon. I could not fall asleep for the life of me last night. I also have matcha and I don't do caffeine, so like that's probably mostly why. So I'm gonna focus on water, sleep, getting my steps and movement in. Oh, another thing I do want to add to like my daily workouts when I'm at the gym is I want to start doing the Stairmaster because I really have always liked it. I have a hard time, like I used to have panic attacks, so I have a hard time getting my heart rate up, but that's something I want to work on, and that'll do it. I'll get your heart rate up real fast. So my goal right now is to do 10 minutes after every workout, just to like ease my way in. I don't have to go fast, I don't have to do anything crazy. I just need to be on there for 10 minutes and I'll be happy for at least this first week, if not past then, because then I'm gonna start hiking as soon as it gets like warm out, like end of April, beginning of May. So I don't need like as much cardio that way because I walk pretty fast. But yeah, so that's my plan there. Something I think I touched on earlier was that I do have a dairy allergy, so in terms of like getting protein in, it's really hard when every recipe has freaking Greek yogurt or cottage cheese in it. It drives me insane. So if you also can't have milk, I am your girl. You know, it's just gonna be chicken, beef. I also don't like fish. I am trying, like I'm interested in dabbling, maybe a shrimp here or there, but I don't know, it grosses me out a little bit. And I've tried fish, but I'm trying to open my horizons. Okay, so we've kind of gone over my current situation, what I'm trying to focus on. I feel like sleep's a big one. My boyfriend's a server, and he gets home at like 1 a.m. Granted, like I'm a night owl, don't get me wrong. I don't come to work till noon, like, except for on the weekends, I do 11. But, you know, I'm really trying to get more sleep. I got 6 hours sleep last night. That's not enough for me, and I know that. Like, I prefer like a 10 hour sleep, personally. I know that's a little wild, but on top of like my goals being, you know, measurable, another thing I really want to work on is like building my confidence, using my voice. This is a good way for me to use my voice. Like I have a lot of jaw and like neck tightness. Like I mentioned, my trap's so tight. My jaw is a huge issue. And I know using my voice will help with that. And so I'm hoping that this is part of that. Yeah. And so what else did I write? Use my voice. I want to get strong. I have nerve damage in my elbows, so it can be hard for me to like lift things. Like I have to be careful. Like that's the thing with this. I have to have grace with myself. I have to understand I have to go slow. Like my body won't let me like progress faster than I can handle. Like I will be in bed for a week. I won't be able to, I'll have to sleep with splints on, you know? Like I've had surgery on this elbow. I have issues with both still, so I have to be careful with that. There's only certain things I can do. If my elbow starts to pop while I'm working out, I have to stop. Like it is what it is. But yeah, but the more strength I build in my arms especially, like the more I can do. I sell rocks. I need to be able to carry rocks. So that's like a big thing that I need to have is strength. I also run workshops in my back room. You know, we're constantly setting up, breaking down tables. Granted, I am very, very grateful that I have my friend Lexi who can help me with all these things, and I'm sure you guys will meet her eventually. I'll have to push her out of her comfort zone as well. She's a lifestyle coach, so this is like right up her alley. I'm trying to change my lifestyle. I'm trying to create better habits, focus on love for myself, for others, and sharing my story will allow me to hopefully do that for you guys. So it was a pleasure meeting you today. And I just want to leave you with, this is a messy place. I am authentically myself. I am not going to, like, I left my mess for you to look at this whole time. I am messy, I'm creative, I am a woo-woo hippie girl, and I'm here to show you my life. And this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm ready to do it. So yeah, I hope you are excited to come along this ride. Just like a little sneak peek for what we got coming is I'm going to my next video will talk more about what I'm going to be doing like this week specifically, but I'm kind of going to go through this, at least this first week of me trying to get back on track, which like I kind of am, but like I would like to really focus on some things that I haven't been focusing on. And so you'll get a little peek into my everyday life. I already kind of filmed this morning. Day one kind of showed you my daily like drink in the morning, what I brought for food for lunch, and we'll see where the rest of this day goes. Please don't my car. Sorry. The pure ADHD right now. But yeah, so that's my plan, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you, and please leave a comment if you have any questions, but I'm excited.